This is...
There's a switch on the bottom that activates lights. Please turn it on.
Oh.
So, fun fact: this goblet is from the Be Our Guest restaurant on the Disney Magic Kingdom grounds.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you have a lot of money if you go there. It's ridiculously expensive.
Bring hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars with you when you go to Disney.
No, yeah, like literally, I only covered my plate and my brother's plate, and together it was like $200.
Yikes!
Yeah, I was like, oh, brother.
And then
no pun intended.
And then I got a one day pass just to go to the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. I have those shorts will be out before or after this, and I do, if I can, like, get someone to go and get the things we couldn't get while I was there for me. I didn't get to Hawaii and Mills and Mold for their cheesecakes, but a one day pass was $169. Everything at Food and Wine was between $5 and $12 for like the regular sizes. So I spent about $300, and the food was mid. Most of the food that I ate was mid. But even if it was 5-star quality, I can't say that it was worth $300.
The grease booth was crazy.
If you're gonna go anywhere and you can handle cheese, if you're not lactose intolerant, go to get the... Is it fried cheese? I don't know. Griddled cheese with honey and pistachios and grease. I think that was my favorite thing that I've had this year so far. The passion fruit cheesecake is probably also great at Hawaii. I haven't had it yet, so I can't for sure say that's the case because I had that 3 years ago and it was my favorite. So maybe it will be again. My favorite beer was the hibiscus beer at the refreshment outpost.
Was it watermelon hibiscus?
No, just hibiscus.
Oh, wasn't there one that was like watermelon and something else?
No, they also had a blueberry something cider that I didn't want to get because they didn't have the 6 ounces. I had to buy like the 8 or 12 ounces for $12. I wasn't going to spend $24 on. I wanted to get them half size, but they wouldn't sell them to me half size. Otherwise, I would have gotten both of them. Right. Those were my two favorite things from the day. But yeah, 300. It's like you're going for the experience. Like there was nothing they could have poured down my throat except for gold that would have made it worth $300. But even so, it was just like, oh, this food is really mid. Like maybe it was because it was Monday. Like I don't know. Maybe it went on a Friday last time. Maybe. No, wait, it was Friday. It was Friday. It was Friday, November 1st.
Yes.
So they just fucking up food on Fridays, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't great. Anyway. Yeah. I was like, for some reason, my brain was thinking it was a Monday or something.
Yeah, I had to double check my calendar. Yeah, it was Friday.
Oh yeah. Well, Food and Wine. Hey, you go for the experience. So I will start with the. He's a 10, but we already talked about some of these, but we'll reiterate them since I think they're interesting. Okay, so he's a 10, but he has an outie. He has an outie belly button.
Oh.
We're not trying to shit on anyone who has an outie belly button, but you can't. I've never seen a guy with an outie belly button who was not jacked. I've never seen that before.
Who was not jacked?
Yes, I've never seen an outie on someone who's not just muscle bound.
Have you seen one that is jacked with an outie?
So I said I've never seen.
No, wait.
I just want to know the how much have you had to drink?
No, I haven't had that much.
Reasonable deduction. I said I've never seen a guy with an outie who wasn't jacked. That's what I said.
Okay, wait. Yeah, I misheard. Never mind.
Okay, I just haven't. Like I'm sure they exist, but I've just never in my entire life seen that.
I don't think I have either.
So he's a 10.
I just don't know
But he's got an outie. And again, if you have an outie, we're not saying you're unattractive. We're not saying that. We're thinking it. but we're not saying it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it depends on the guy. Like, I have to really be into... I don't know. So how I feel about outies, like outie belly buttons, I'm not used to seeing them on anyone other than, like, a baby. Or like...
Does it remind you of baby?
A pregnant woman.
Or a pregnant woman, yeah, obviously.
No.
Oh, it
but
doesn't?
it's just like,
It is very much so kind of connected to babies, though. Like, babies have them and pregnant women have them, but you're not supposed to have them after that, or as a guy at all, unless you're a baby.
Right.
On the off chance you ever, turn into a baby.
I don't know. I've never seen, like, a Benjamin Button situation, so.
A Benjamin Belly Button?
Oh, God.
Oh! You see what we did there?
Put it away. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it depends on, it really just depends on how much I like the person. Because I feel like if I gotta look at that shit every day, not that it's, like, bad, but it's just,
I mean, listen, the entire conceit of the game, he's a 10-butt, is to say things that we ultimately think are not flattering. Yeah. Like, that's the whole point. So we're gonna hurt people's feelings.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know.
We can make
I'd probably still hit it.
What? But does his number change at all? Because the conceit of they're a 10-butt is you have to say, like, how much the thing they do or they have pushes their number up or down.
I guess like a 9.8.
Only 0.2? Well, okay.
It's not like...
If you think they're a 10, then that's not just the way they look, that's also their personality. So, like... Right? Or am I wrong about that?
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah. Now I'm thinking about it.
Like, someone's hotness, like, does depend... Well, we know because there's someone that I showed her who I'm fixating on right now, who she was like, ugh, at first, and then she saw his personality.
I didn't say ugh.
I mean, you were like
all over.
You were like,
I was like, But like, as I watched more of his videos and listened to him talk more about stuff, I was like, okay, I see why. I see why this guy is. Yeah.
I see why everybody's on his. Well, it's my podcast, so I can say whatever I want. Everyone's on his. Everybody in the chat is like, Daddy, whatever. I'm not gonna say the name, but well, if I drink enough, I might.
Let's call him Mowgli, like Mowgli from the Jungle Book. I don't know why
Mowgli.
I don't know.
We're gonna call him Mowgli, okay? Everybody in chat was like, Daddy Mowgli.
It just sounds funnier.
And then, for reasons we're not going to discuss on this podcast, but for those who've watched this particular episode, we've also called him Dickhands Mowgli. Dickhands Mowgli.
It's funnier with Mowgli.
It is funnier with Mowgli, actually, because it's really just like, why did those three words come together at all? But yeah, no, that's. And
I don't even know I don't even remember what the context was of like that episode.
Do you want me to explain it?
Yeah. Well,
so these podcasters were streaming, and they're actually still streaming right now.
Like currently?
Yeah, they're currently streaming.
They're live?
Yeah, they go live 2 days a week. Oh, okay. I want to give like half the information.
Yeah.
But he went to the bathroom and came back, and his co-host he started feeding food to the other people on the podcast, and one of the people was like, "Wait, I heard you flush the toilet, but I didn't hear the sink going. Did you wash your hands?" And he was like, "No."
Oh my God.
So then everyone in the chat started calling him Dickhands Mowgli.
Dickhands Mowgli. That's right. I forgot about that.
He probably would like to live that down, but I'd like to bring it back. It was probably one of my favorite things I've ever seen, except for the Halloween stream. Except for that, like that was great and iconic. But yeah, no, I've been watching these podcasters for like since August, so to 3 months, about 3 months, and it's a good time. But anyway, so yes, if you are dealing with whatever the things that we're going to talk about on He's a 10, but like it's not a direct dig at you. There's an entire game we could make up just about me, facts about me, that I'm sure lots of people will be like, she's a 2. She's a 3, 4.5 at best. You know what I mean?
You know what? It's funny because like when I think of it, the first thing that comes to mind is like looks when people say, "Oh yeah, she's like a 10," because like every time I've heard someone outside of like our conversations, every time I've heard someone like use like the scale to rate people, it's usually based on like looks rather than like looks and personality.
It's supposed to be, but like I now know more about what makes someone attractive to you, so I wouldn't think it's just a looks thing for you in particular.
Oh yeah, no.
I think most people would probably say, personality. Like, this is just a looks thing. But actually, a lot of the things that are even in the game, they're a 10, but are things that don't have anything to do with looks. They're just things that they do.
Yeah.
So